mhuri yeZimbabwe Chiwenga oodha kuti Tagwirei asungwe. Mhosva iri kupiwa Tagwirei imhosva huru. Naizvozvo zviri kunzi Tagwirei akaba 45% kuZanu PF yeupfumi hwenyika. Right, da kuti ndinge ndichipinda munyaya zvizere kuti munge muchiziva chokwadi, because isusu tiri vakomana vanofamba nechokwadi vanenge vachizifambira nyaya idzi. Mamira zvakaita according to the source yedu yatiri kutora nyaya iri kutaura nyaya iri pachena. Right, nyaya iri kutaurika panapa iri kunzi Zimbabwe's Vice President Okonzeresa Chiwenga accuses kuda kwacho Tagwirei, presidential rival and fuel mogul, of stealing Zanu PF secret 45% stake in oil giant Sakunda Holdings. The secret stake is held by Mvuto Investments. Our latest reporting revealed that Mvuto was part owned by former CIO boss Eppington Bonyongwe and 2 politicians. If Chiwenga's allegations are accurate, the ruling party may have lost out by $10 of millions of dollars that might otherwise have flown to Mvuto. Leaked spreadsheet detail appeared offshore payments to Tagwirei. Right, ndo mamirira zvakaita. Handisuda kana kuwedzera nyaya kuti munge muchindivenga panapa zvigananda. Iyi nyaya yabva kwayabva, so ndo zvavakanyora. Ini handina chandiri kuwedzera, asina kuita kuti mhuri yeZimbabwe izive, because ndo varidzi vemari idzodzo. So mamirira zvakaita mhuri yeZimbabwe ndo amanzwa iwaya. Tinokutendai chose nekuteerera kwenyu. Tichakusiyai makateerera kubva kumakomeredzi edu ari pano.
Have to be paid according to the basic scale, applying the minimum wages and so forth. I don't think so. Because remember, a country with a high unemployment rate, what do you expect if you want to look at it that well? You would find that people would say to themselves, oh, you know what? As long as I can get something, it's okay. While that is not okay. Remember, the problem that we have right now is that sometimes you find someone wants to say, no, I have been employed. So if that same person now is not part of any union, is not part of collective bargaining, what is going to happen to him? Because this is what is commonly happening to even developed countries. Sometimes you find that if you are not part of the union, if you are not part of anything, your representation becomes something difficult because you are not part of workers' committee, you are not part of anything. What is going to happen? Who is going to negotiate on your behalf? So I think as far as it is concerned, we need to look at this thing to say, guys, do we really I think on that one where is Scotty, you need to bring people like Obet Masaraure, Peter Mutasa. I don't know whether Peter Mutasa is still around as well. If he's around, you can talk to him. I think he's a labor guru, that one. He can tell you the instruments that they have and which they use, especially nowadays. And I think you once read the report. I think that report was of 2021 from International Labour Organization covering Zimbabwe, which was saying the abuse of workers by Chinese becomes like prevalent in Zimbabwe, of which it is threatening and also becomes non-compliant with International Labour Organization, because remember, they don't tolerate child labor, they don't tolerate as well the pay that some workers are getting. So there is a need to look at that area with an insight, and I think with a labor expert, because I think a labor expert can be able to help you more, because he knows especially Basic Condition of Employment Act, Employment Equity Act, Labor Relations Act, and Compensation for Disease and Injuries at Work, COIDA. I think those instruments help you right? I am not a labor expert, right? But I'm just giving you because I do mix with all those instruments somewhere somehow. So I am just aware that those instruments have to be applied. But my worry is that is this if is what we were talking about being implemented. If it was being implemented and being enforced, I think it was going to be easier and it was going to help, especially the nurses and the rest of civil servants. Because I think the problem with a lot of civil servants is that they are getting something like 250, 320. But when you look at their deductions also covers much. So it becomes difficult for them to be left with a lot of money to because. But what should happen is that if they were going to have a bit of some disposable income in one way or the other, it was going to change the outlook of our economy. But as long as these things are like that, and there is resistance from the employer to say we can't increase your salary or you can't do this, it means there is something that is important that is not happening. Because you hear that they are telling you that the economy is growing or the economy is doing well, but any economy that is doing well, what should happen? You should have salaries of civil servants that are in line with the growth of the economy. So there should be a correlation between salaries and a growing in economy. But if you find salaries stagnating and economy is growing, then there is a disequilibrium between the two. So there's a need for us to look at that aspect very, very well, not in a window dressed manner, because I know that a lot of people, we want to window dress it and say, no, this is okay and this is what is happening. We are seeing right now nurses are on strike. What is the problem? The problem is that the employer has got issues. Why they have got issues? They are telling you that at one point the economy is growing, but why are you not also? Why is that growing economy not reflecting in salaries too? Because it should be, but it's whatever it is. GD Travel, you can come through.
Thank you very much. I was